here, and this is going to be a big one. The Mongolian team against the Chinese team, and once again, we have ourselves a Dust2 map in a grand final.
I have to say one thing though, if TYLOO do win, it's probably just one thing, right? Here comes the B rush right now, and slowly just gets absolutely deleted. Now Summer, there's no flashbangs assisting him, and that's exactly why you need a couple of flashbangs coming forward.
Look, I've got no idea what you've just said, Kev, because I don't speak Chinese, but TYLOO are also getting slapped out of the server a little bit silly here by Tiger, so I'm not sure whether or not that ties into exactly what you were trying to get across to the viewers. But this is looking tough for TYLOO indeed. Danking, Attacker, and somebody to try and salvage this retake situation. They'll dive in on top of 9, who runs out of ammo in the CZ, but in the end, it's not too big of a deal. Tiger just have way too many numbers, and it seems as though somebody's kind of gone on his own there, to be fair.
It's the classic somebody experience. He's just going in at a different timing. No one's going to be expecting it. Look, Danking so far looking pretty good with the pistol. That's always a great thing because in the series I was watching Danking, yes, he does go down at the end, but that round was lost already. The series I was watching Danking play, he was not a factor.
That's true.
Right? Yesterday against Vici Gaming, he was a big factor. He was not only getting aces, but he just looked good on the rifle. He looked good on the AWP. And if TYLOO are able to recreate that success thanks to individual brilliance, it's going to make their job a lot easier coming into this grand finals.
Well, what I will say about Danking is he's had his moments, but they have been relatively few and relatively far between as well. I think one of the keys for TYLOO yesterday is that Danking did start to step up in that match against Vici. If he's not able to do it here against Tiger, I think we've seen a lot more consistency out of their big firepower players, the likes of Urcast and Dobu, and I think that could be a problem for TYLOO if he's not online.
Absolutely. And how does Attacker win that duel against NCL? He's got an MP9 against an AK-47, but that's a nice early pick for the CTs on this force buy. And it also means an AK can be retrieved by somebody, as now it looks like slowly... No, he's just going to be sitting passive at B. I thought he might be thinking about pushing that upper dark position, but it's actually going to be TYLOO just reinforcing their positions for now, as the rest of Tiger going to be scrambling around to see if they can find map control. It's actually Attacker now with the AK-47 in hand. He switches that MP9 over in somebody's hands. Tiger going to be probing over into this mid area instead.
Yeah, it's a smoke on mid to B. They're going to make their way up catwalk here. Obviously, you do have Summer on the line with the scout. Going for the tag. Doesn't manage to connect though, and the rest of Tiger just runs straight up onto the A bomb site. Summer goes down. Attacker's in Goose with an AK.
And he doesn't take a single point of damage. The T's need to group up a lot tighter to get these trades across. Somebody also comes in from behind as well. Makes it very tricky. Urcast down on 0 HP. So it forces Cabal into a clutch situation. This is great from TYLOO. They don't have a kit though. And so they need to take the firefights. One coming in from long, and it looks like somebody this time going to be waiting. That's Cabal trying to isolate the angles for now. Slowly is going to be the first pick off, and now Danking and somebody, both with scouts in their hand. Cabal finds a low HP member, and Danking needs to find an incredible shot, but he can't. And Cabal is able to close it out. Beautiful clutch play from him. And TYLOO, they're just unable to get the numbers on the site in time to try to force a 3-on-1 fight.
Looked way too easy in the 1-on-3 for Cabal. There was no kits there for TYLOO as they take their time on that rotate in. Trying to complete that retake, but couldn't manage to do it. So now, TYLOO, they're going to have to take the singular save. And Tiger up 2-0 already, starting to, you know, get rolling. That's exactly what you want to see in a grand final on the T side of Dust2.
I mean, that said, that anti-eco was very, very close, and that looks really good for TYLOO. That's definitely a somebody move there. If Flash comes into mid, most people would hide. He charges into them.
Yep.
Look, it's just USPs at the end of the day, so... And a P250 from Summer.
Yeah, that'll do something. Does take out Dobu, but he only did have the Mac 10, so... Not the worst thing in the world. Urcast, bit of an adventurer, all the way through long.
That's an AK as well, so... I mean, you don't want to be losing weapons like that, as 9 has the bomb in hand, but he looks like he wants to fight it out. And finally, the Magnus has been called off a little bit. Slowly can retrieve that AK-47. That's a bit of a maybe over-enthusiastic play coming out from Urcast.
His spray was definitely enthusiastic. Not convect many of those bullets, and that's given an AK over to Slowly. TYLOO now, sizing up the buy in the next round. AK might help somebody get a little bit more utility. Tiger surviving with 3 players, but with only one of those AKs. A little bit more of an expensive round for them.
I mean, it's been a couple of expensive rounds because the previous one, TYLOO, were able to take 4 guns away, so it's not as if there's a huge bank that's been saved up from Tiger. As for TYLOO, with that AK-47 in hand, it's actually going to help their economy quite a bit. Out comes the single AWP just for now.
Yep.
So TYLOO not going to go for the double AWP just yet.
Yeah, just on Dan King. No AWP for Tiger here as 9 holds on to that scout. Still the MAC-10 for NCL. They're going to go for this long control.
I mean, I was going to say, look at the head armor on some of these members as well. That might help out against the MAC-10. It is going to be a long brawl that's going to be breaking out, and some good flashbangs to allow Attacker as well as somebody into a prime position. But now the Molotovs as well as the utilities coming out. Attacker's forced out into the open, but there's just no trade potential for now. It's actually going to be, I think it is Cabal opening over on the B bomb site, so that's going to call for the rotation from Tiger.
He's been looking pretty good in the early stages of this game here for Tiger. That's my big issue with Tiger a lot of the time, is the inconsistency of these individual players. And it's literally all of them. I've seen even Dobu be up and down, Urkast be up and down. Although Urkast has been much more up than down, which is probably why you're seeing Tiger in the grand final of this competition in the first place.
I'd actually argue against that. Watching more games, Urkast has had a lot more downs than ups. He's not really the one that's been fragging so far this series, or throughout the entire road to Rio, should I say. It's really been Dobu that has not... He's just been consistent every single game.
Okay.
So...
And who's been up there with him, or is it just sort of whoever's on that game in particular?
In all honesty, it's been the Dobu and 9 show mainly for me. 9 has been really impressing me. From day one, I was like, this guy is a little bit shaky. But now it comes to B attack. Dobu is trying to create spacing, but the CT is not really there, or the T's not really there to get the entries working across. Attacker.
Well, 9's going to have to step up here.
He hasn't picked up the bomb.
No. And I don't think somebody's going to let him. Or Dan King. All right, that's classic. Just runs in there with the USP, gets the job done. There's the first CT round for TYLOO. Tiger, their money is really not good after sustaining a lot of losses in the anti-eco and the anti-force. Will they buy here or take the singular save? It looks like it's going to be the buy out of Tiger. They've made their choice. They've made their decision. What are they going to do with this lackluster amount of utility?
9 doesn't even have body armor, I think, so he's just gone for the scout, a bit of utility instead of the armor. And Tiger, I mean, it's been a bit worrying, actually. Yes, they're up 3-1 right now, but really one of those rounds was just down to Cabal getting that clutch down.
Well, the issue really here is that TYLOO, they've managed to smoke into long doors. Dan King's not got control or info over there, instead joining the rest of the team on this short stack. But Tiger doesn't have info or control at long, and they don't really have a good read as to what TYLOO's setup is on A. Going to be challenging Attacker and Dan King up here on short. As soon as this smoke does dissipate, you would imagine somebody come and joining the rest of the lads here on Catwalk. He's got the counter flash ready. Only going to hold them back just a little bit longer. You can see 2 players holding the extremities for Tiger. Cabal again applying pressure into the B side, but there's Dan King already.
Yep, gets the open up, gets tagged for his troubles, though, as 9 only had the scout. 40 seconds left. TYLOO still have control of short. Looks like Tiger still looking to contest it. That's a great flashbang coming forward, but Attacker can only spray down 1. Dobu at least able to get the trade, but there's still the AWP on the angle. That's Dan King. But with 25 seconds left, Tiger needs to get a bit of a move on, and Dobu's been spotted out in the open. Here the drop as well, but that's going to be slowly cleaning up, and this is looking very messy so far, coming out from Tiger as both members are separated out, and it's going to be Dan King out in the open that fights it and wins it for TYLOO.
That's going to be a hard reset on Tiger. They're going to take the single save here, moving forward, and TYLOO starting to get rolling on CT now. Little bit of cash in the bank, but they'll look to build that up even further if they close this anti-eco nicely. And as we've been seeing pretty often in this competition, I feel like the unsung hero for TYLOO, even sitting on the bench for a little bit, Attacker, has been absolutely phenomenal.
He's been looking pretty good, pretty much in the games that I've seen as well. I mean, Summer and Attacker have really been up there so far for me, so... Question for me, as always, is Dan King going to continue this form? Because I feel like as long as Dan King, Attacker, and Summer are firing, that's it. I think TYLOO, they'll be able to wipe the opposition.
Well, slowly going to start nicely. A player whose debut tournament in TYLOO has gone quite well for the man. He was quite a good, consistent sort of anchor player on eHome, which is probably why he's slotted so well in TYLOO. I feel like you could throw this man onto any team. He's probably just going to play that anchor role pretty nicely. Try to lock down that bomb site.
This round, Tiger just looking for picks all over different parts of the map. It's not really working out for them so far, as the pistols eventually do fall down without making a single impact in the CT economy. And that's going to be great for TYLOO's economy. And here's the scary part for me right now, right, is that TYLOO, they haven't even tried the double AWP setup yet. It's just the single AWP right now. And Dan King's firing on all cylinders. Tiger can't get control of critical areas of the map.
Again, they're lacking a lot of critical pieces of utility is the problem. You're looking at Cabal and NCL, Urcast as well. 9 again instead of an AK has gone down to a Scout for extra utility. Maybe he just feels confident with the Scout. Long control established by TYLOO once again. Dan King posted up on Catwalk. I'd say they're honestly looking quite comfortable on this CT side of Dust2, and that's a problem. You usually want to keep the CT side economy honest. You want to try to get through with a few rounds here or there. Otherwise, like you said, that double AWP can come out. They can have all the utility to be able to fight these key areas of maps. You saw Tiger literally waiting until 40 seconds on Catwalk, just mollied off time and time again, counter flash. This time they will get control of that part of the map.
And instead, TYLOO actually going to be focusing their attention over at mid instead. Got Summer and Dan King. But as time is ticking away, I think this is going to force out Dan King's rotation. He does actually have a lot of utility still to work with as well. Incendiary Grenade's going to be critical for buying extra time, an extra 15 seconds for TYLOO just to sit still as Summer goes on a bit of a mid-round journey. Is going to be punished, and that actually allows Dobu as well to get into CT spawn and begin the B site crunch.
TYLOO, and really just slowly trying to hold down the B bomb site, but it's not going to work out too nicely for him. Luckily, Dan King was able to find a sneaky frag there as well, which does keep it at 3 apiece. TYLOO looking for the retake now. They don't really have too much utility, just a few flashbangs. Somebody might just get sent in here again early.
Throw a banger or a flashbang right now, can definitely go in, but that Molotov, I think, has just ruined all the plans. No, somebody charges through it, and the trade comes out maybe a little bit too late. Out comes the flank from Cabal, and they're not expecting that aggression. It's down to a 1-on-1, and Attacker wins it, and you can't give Attacker that space. We were talking about this man earlier, how he wins so many critical rounds, and that's another one found as well. Tiger, they managed to force it into a 3-on-2, and they still lose it.
Should have been able to close that one out. Especially with that Molotov, you thought that was going to be an easy kill onto somebody. Not only does that push him through the window, but actually it kind of powers him up, it seems. As if he even needed an excuse to just charge through that window and get on top of somebody.
Somebody's the bait at that stage. That's literally it.
Yep. Well, TYLOO up 4-3. Economy took a little bit of damage because that came down to a 1vx. Urcast has made his way out long, and I don't think he's been seen just yet. There you go, he's taken advantage, but cop to think, don't think he's going to be getting out of here alive.
Does have a smoke to play with, and an AK in hand sometimes can result in some magic. Urcast, though, will now be mollied off and needs some help. NCL is going to give him that. And NCL, I think, might have just kept Urcast alive long enough to give him a second crack, but Dan King a little too good this time. TYLOO not too eager to lose control of the A bomb site, but they might just have to deal with that because Summer, all on his lonesome, is now working his way up, and Dobu's looking sharp.
Yep, just one tap Summer, and I think that might have to be the save. Dan King is actually fighting off NCL right now, and it's going to be, oh, the first shot missed, but the second one connects at close range. Dan King lives to keep the AWP into the next round.
Shouldn't be getting away with his life there, but those wood doors, I think it was even, was it a Galil or an AK that NCL had?
It was a Galil.
Classic.
Classic Galil.
What was that? 87 in 10? Something like that?
Felt like 87 in 20, given how many bullets NCL fired. And, I mean, Dan King's just doing worse and worse damage as well. Keeps the AWP alive. Also gets a couple of exits as well. I wouldn't say he was the impact player of that round, but definitely impact maybe yet to come.
Yep. Could be a bit of a domino effect on Tiger's economy here. Very nice. 1,000 maps for somebody.
Who? Overrated. Overdone joke.
Overdone joke, for sure, yep. Definitely. That one's been beaten to death.
Bit of a change up from Tiger right now. Not really taking anyone over to short. This time it's actually just a fast mid coming out from NCL.
Ooh.
Oh, that shot from Summer. The double team coming out from the A4.
Oh,
and how
somebody-
did somebody
He
just
came from
jump down from
catwalk.
short? He just cleared out mid.
the thing. He did the somebody thing.
Oh, that is that's a bit of a classic somebody move. You got TYLOO holding angles, and about 20 seconds of the round, somebody's just jumping down from catwalk and just going, "Hey, I'm behind you."
To be
Love it.
honest, he hasn't really done that at all this tournament, at all. All of the games we've watched from TYLOO,
Yeah, like he's been quite restrained.
He's had
And
enough.
and he hasn't really been performing up to his like usual standards, which is pretty high, to be fair.
Let him loose.
But not too loose, please.
I reckon just full loose, go for it, mate.
Loosey goosey.
Sometimes that's actually the best somebody that you can actually see. You just go, all right, do whatever you want, mate. And he just goes out there and frags.
Tiger is still working their way up toward the A bomb site. Smoke in for the cross, but I'm not sure how easy it's going to be when Summer is hanging around pretty close. Bomb still isn't yet across. That's in the hands of 9, and that'll be finished off. Somebody wide swing. But it's Summer that has to do the job in the end because somebody did fall. But either way, 4 guns left for TYLOO.
That somebody peak at long is what you just call the F1 race car race wide peak, pretty much. Just strafing. It's like, you can see Urcast, when is this guy stopping? He's not stopping. He's just drawing so much attention. Yeah, he does go down, but TYLOO's economy is looking only solid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Look,
say great so
yeah,
far, but
they haven't finished this Antico yet. Once they're done with this Antico, you'd want to say good. Yeah, good, thanks. Is what TYLOO's looking for. Dan King's been everywhere, by the way, boys. I've seen him on catwalk. I've seen him at mid doors. I've seen him long hut there. I've seen him B tunnels.
Mr. Worldwide. Oh, they've turned away at the wrong time. Of course.
I'd back somebody to finish that off either way.
Bit of a messy spray coming out to the end with the USP, but he doesn't back off. He just keeps going forward, and 2 rifles lost. Does Dan King just run through his own Molotov?
Maybe he shouldn't have. Almost got cleaned up by Cabal there. This is starting to get expensive for TYLOO. They don't want to be losing any more guns here. They can't afford to be.
Oh.
There it is. It's gone too far. 3 weapons lost. 2 of them charging up catwalk, taking aim duels. And you can't afford that on the CT side of Dust2. Look at the toll that's taken on their economy.
I'm going to say one thing, is that for me, I go, every other team, this is irresponsible decision making. But for that, that's just a normal day in the office for TYLOO. Let's be realistic. How many times do you see TYLOO just go, yep, we're just going to hunt this guy down. We don't care how much damage we incur. We want him dead.
It's only going to matter if they start losing rounds, Kevin. So Tiger. It's like I've just done the
I'm scared.
power couple.
I'm scared already.
Oh, the push from attacker. It's nicely timed.
Imagine Sogu on Taigu. And
Imagine attacker just peeking like that and winning the duel against Urcast. Yeah, look, it says flashbang assistance, but Urcast was not blinded from that.
He really just got out alphaed.
Look, all things considered, that's definitely going to get in his head a little bit.
He has been attacked.
Tiger, I'm pretty sure the only thing they're waiting for is for Urkas to get back on the microphone after taking his headset off and maybe going for a bit of a yell before he makes a call.
He's gone to yell out the window.
Out comes a short execute though, as Cabal. That's a good entry over at mid, but that was actually somebody just jumping up into Xbox nice and early on. It's now Dan King pushing onto the side actually. T's haven't really committed just yet, but they've slowed down. I think he spots one at the edge of the smoke, but he's missing some of these flicks. One's in CT as well. And eventually the gap is closed. 2v2 right now as Summer comes through with a big spray down. It's Attacker finishing and closing the round.
It's all the riflers for TYLOO. Just mopping the floor with Tiger. Cute execute. It's great to see all the utility coming out, but if you're not winning those aim duels against the riflers coming and getting in your face, then you're not going to be able to do very much, unfortunately. TYLOO's economy is still very shaky.
Tiger's map pick as well, so we do want to see them have a good shout here on the T side.
Gabal's playing pretty good today. Nice little tag with the scout as well.
I'm not sure that Tiger can really rely on something, for example, like what happened against D13 yesterday on Nuke to get them through this match. You know, it's going to have to be a little bit cleaner than going to overtime and expecting to win a 4-on-2.
I mean, my thoughts in this match so far is that Tiger are looking very, very scared, in all honesty. They're not really committing onto the bomb sites with the same, I guess, dedication that we saw on some of the maps against D13 yesterday, and I'm wondering if that's because they're looking at who they're versing and they're starting to get a little bit scared.
Well, gusto might be the word you're looking for as well, Kev. But you're right. It's been a bit more timid from Tiger so far, as again, they sort of bunch up on short.
This is the part where you definitely say it's a bit of a meow at the moment, as opposed to a ferocious roar. They're all boxed in the short right now. All of TYLOO know where they are as well.
It's the same execute that Tigers tried to do in the last round, and it's just been mopped up by TYLOO. Again, the flanks come in easy as you like. That's 8 and 4 for TYLOO. They had 4 alive. Their economy's starting to build up. Its attack pours out from Tiger.
They needed it. Still a salvageable half, but already giving 8 over to TYLOO on CT side, and there'll be a thirst for more, I'm sure, from TYLOO, who really do seem to be peaking at the right moment. We always talk about peaking in tournaments, and as individuals, they've been, you know, a bit hot and cold during the group stages, but come playoffs and now come the grand final, it doesn't seem like players like Attacker or Summer or even Dan King or somebody are kind of missing a beat. And then they've always got slowly sort of plugging away and being consistent. He was never a question mark.
Another buyout from Tiger. Looks like they're going to go for this long control. 9 going to send him in with a few flashbangs. Urkas gets out there.
It's a faster play from Tiger this time, but they're not too over-eager to peek past that smoke.
Look where Dank is.
I was about to say, he's already in lower dark with an AWP.
He's literally been everywhere so far, and somebody's like, what's that? Mid's clear? Okay. Time to push catwalk, let's go.
I mean, that's also all right protocol from TYLOO, because you know you've lost long control, so you've got one in lower dark. That's pretty solid. You know that
positions.
You know Cabal sometimes likes playing that upper dark position, so you're trying to punish the extremities, and now just making sure short is clear, so if Tiger do come back.
Look where NCL's at, by the way. He's just waiting. Look at this angle. Filthy.
You're never going to expect that. He must be really looking forward to someone pushing into him. I guess when you're playing against Dan King and somebody, there is something to be said for playing an off angle.
And just when Tiger stopped waiting for the pushes, that's when somebody starts going for it.
He's always got that timing.
That's why it's so entertaining sometimes just watching TYLOO, because you take your eye off the map, 20 seconds later you go, wow, somebody's actually the first man on the moon right now, because he's just figured out a way to get somewhere where you wouldn't expect him to be. This is actually a great fake out coming out. TYLOO think it is an A side execute. In reality, it's a B bomb side execute. As somebody...
Has he got a wireless mouse?
Brain definitely wasn't wired on for a moment there, because he didn't realize what was going on. I'm not going to lie, that was very shaky. Look, Bomb goes down the B bomb site. That's definitely shaky. He loses a duel against the Glock. How does NCL lose that as well? What is going on in this round?
It's a sizzly one, Kev.
Oh.
Dan King just shuts Dobu out of the round. Urquhart with the Glock. That is rough. We didn't see it. It wasn't on the stream. Didn't catch it. 9 has to do it himself, but certainly... Oh, I was going to say certainly able to, but very quickly dealt with by Summer. And TYLOO will go up one more.
I don't know, Mitch. Can you break down that round for me? Because I don't think that was strategy that
Why have
lost
you done
or
him?
won. It's just...
Why have you done him
I
like
will,
that?
I will break it down. Thank you, Kevin. Look, TYLOO 5-stacked that A bomb site because Tiger was selling quite a great fake over there towards long A. Unfortunately, look, even if, let's say that Tiger executes onto that site and they go like 1 for 1 or 1 for 2 or something like that, there's no guarantee that Tiger, with not a whole lot of control of lowers there, is going to be able to hold off that retake. It was a decent approach from Tiger. Hasn't gone well for them. That round got extremely messy. And you could just see Tiger, I mean, you were talking about consistency, not seeing it just yet.
I wonder how far this can actually run away from Tiger. It's been a little while since we've actually seen double digits in a half on a map like Dust2.
I think the thing is, you're seeing Tiger play with a fair deal of pressure, the way that they're moving around the map. Whereas TYLOO, they're doing the same thing as they did against PG yesterday. They look fairly relaxed. They're pushing around the map. They're making plays. Seconds on the clock. Tiger grouped up towards short and long. Attacker, he loves this off angle. Usually uses an AUG on it. Seen on it many times. These flashes should be catching him. Somebody started to go for the flank here onto Xbox.
What a nicely timed smoke from Dan King. Flashbang to follow as well, and he's gone aggressive. NCL tries to push through it. Somebody's gotten behind him. It's all over here for Tiger. The map is just slipping away from them. TYLOO were looking too good today.
That was like the 4th time that they've been flanked trying to go for a short execute. Tiger.
Yep. Just somebody things. What do? You go fast, somebody's behind you. You go slow, somebody's behind you. You go slowly, maybe slowly is going to be in front of you.
True.
It's just a TYLOO show right now.
You'd be going into the bomb site that he's at. He will be in front of you.
Bitch.
But he's not having to do anything at the moment. It's really the other 4 just going hand.
Here's the thing, right? How Tiger feeling right now is how I'm feeling about as useful as my predictions are.
True.
Not good.
Well, Dobu's feeling like a race car himself this round. He's already a car. It's the 1 for 1, and the rest of Tiger, I don't think they were really informed about what he was interested in doing that round, as they haven't really hit the same pace as him.
Still, 2 of them committed up into this long angle, and that's just somebody peeking at the right time, and he just slides away. Now Summer's also taking this upper dark control as Cabal. He gives it up at the wrong time as well. It's just a tale of timing at the moment.
It's a bit more vintage from TYLOO. You know, this is what they've been lacking during the group stage, and they're back to that usual disrespect style. Summer catches Cabal in the side, and he'd have no expectation that there would be a player coming from a position like that. And that makes it so difficult to play against for Tiger. Urquhart is going to go charging up the ramp, but somebody lurking and waiting in this smoke. He's hearing everything that's going on right now. Waiting for that rotation to come across. Summer has been caught, so we're into a 2-on-2.
And somebody's going to take the first angle and fight it favorably. So down to a 1-on-1. Slowly he's got the angle and just, oh my god, how many double M4A4 taps am I going to be seeing today? That's disgusting.
Certainly is, and it'll be an 11-4 half for TYLOO. You talk about that round being disgusting. I think that half is disgusting. And TYLOO will want to finish it pretty quickly here in the second, I'd say.
take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Look into my past and I count the numbers of dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise.
Easy for TYLOO so far on Dust2 as they lead 11-4 at the half. Tiger going to have to get started on the CT side of their map pick, but they might have left it a little bit too late, Kev.
I wouldn't even say if they left it too late. That's just TYLOO dictating the pace there. Tiger wanted to play slow. They wanted to play steady, want to get this map control. TYLOO, not interested in it at all. They just go, the fastest way to win our half is to get in your face and win these aim deals. And that's really what a lot of that boiled down to.
Yeah, and the worst thing about that as well is that now TYLOO's moving on to the T side. They're going to have an even easier time of dictating the pace and really playing to their own speed, which, judging by what we saw on the CT side, is going to make for a few pretty quick rounds here in the second half, but that doesn't necessarily translate into a quick second half. And so I think TYLOO do just need to ensure they don't give Tiger much of an avenue back into this matchup, because we know Tiger is a good squad. They're certainly outmatched at the moment, but who's to say that on this CT side they can't make something happen?
Jobu's opted to take an eco on the CT pistol round, as he hasn't spent a single dollar. Tiger at the moment spotting out TYLOO jumping to Xbox, one set of utility on Summer. Looking like TYLOO's just going to be heading straight up catwalk here, so it's mostly going to be on the retake and 9-2. See if he can tap one or two heads, and then they have to avoid somebody flanking them from long.
Nine spotted a few of those TYLOO players out, but they're into the bomb site okay. Continuing to challenge those duels in toward long, but that's forced Nine back, and now TYLOO will be happy to take control of short once again.
And Tiger are doing the correct thing on the retake here, grouping up, making sure their flank is clear before they're starting to go in. But I think somebody's timing is just a little bit too good at this moment as well, as now he's found maybe a little bit of a gap in the defense, but he needs to make a bit of a move on, because right now that's really clean from Tiger so far. They're getting all the headshots, and now somebody's coming a little bit too little too late, and Dobu is going to be able to stick the defuse. Doesn't really need the kit. He's got plenty of time. That was clean coming in from Tiger, and the best look that we've seen so far in a couple of rounds.
What a great retake, and what a great way to start to turn this game around, get that CT side going. TYLOO could go for a force here with that bomb plant, and they will, slowly, instantly buying that AK and throwing it to attacker. And if I'm Tiger, I'm feeling pretty scared because this man has been cracking open bomb sites every damn series for TYLOO, running in with that AK-47. MC's been observing the players on the receiving end of TYLOO running in with AKs, and you know, it's just, you hear that dink sound time and time again, and then he switches to another CT and it's just dead.
Images that precede unfortunate events, pretty much.
Anyone
just an
versus
attacker.
TYLOO.
Here's the thing.
Anyone getting ready to hold the angle against the attacker.
You don't even see like the entire body. You just see a shoulder and that's it. Like your head's gone because that's attacker. He's just too sharp. As Mitch said earlier, it is a force buy coming out from TYLOO as they're looking to slowly make their way up through mid and shorts. They have fired off some of these guns though, so Tiger put on notice that there are weapons available for TYLOO to play with.
They've taken this short control once again. So, Urcast is the man I'm keeping my eye on. He's on that bomb site. If he does get mollied out of position, he can drop that smoke. He's just holding on to this HE grenade. 9 has one as well. But even if he doesn't get too much done here, I'm feeling pretty confident after watching that retake from Tiger in the last round. That's a very nicely timed smoke. Urcast looking to dunk a nade in here. I think he's missed the timing a little bit, unfortunately. Dobu on the flank to top mid. Great timing from the man.
Summer's not prepared for that at all. Scout's not going to help you here, buddy. Or maybe it is. I was ready to eat my words. Dobu, though, will finish it off okay. 23 seconds as TYLOO now have to make their way toward that A bomb site, being harassed from all sides. This is a nice molly from Danking to net the frag onto Urcast, but there is so many more CTs there, and that's a pretty straightforward round in the end for Tiger, keeping 4 guns alive, upgrading a couple even.
CT-sided team, Kev, I guess. Looking fantastic so far, not really having any problems towards that A-bomb side at all.
Yeah, able just to hold on and looking a lot better in comparison to earlier on, but still a lot of rounds to play. TYLOO can come back into it, but similarly Tiger can also try to change the tides of fortune. It is going to be a more eco approach from TYLOO this time around. Just a few Desert Eagles in play. As they're also once again going up short, and this is so deadly sometimes. 9 has to hold on with this M4. He's really the only one here.
He actually crosses back towards ramp side. Surely that's a suicide mission from the man, but he is fragging out.
He's still fighting it out and dancing. He's alive still. I don't understand how he hasn't been punished. Attacker finally puts him out of his misery, but he's done so much damage and might have just done enough to turn the tides of battle. Slowly was spotted on the cross. The CT's just scrambling around right now to get Cabal onto the bomb. It is going to be a short plant. No, it's actually Cabal pushing forward. Urcast going to be sticking it instead. And you can see just through the edge of the smoke, Cabal's waiting. And only 1 gun lost. 9's able to hold that ground quite well. But the buy round now comes out and Dan King's AWP as well.
It's a great start for Tiger. They're going to get an AWP of their own. Thrown over to Dobu, actually. Who's been mainly taking the AWP for Tiger lately? Kev. It's been a mix of people. I think I've seen 9 with it a few times.
9 is generally the one playing with the AWP. And speaking of the AWP, I was saying Dan King had the money to go for it, and I thought he would go for it, but instead it's an all-rifle approach. And it is interesting, Dobu's actually picked it up because...
We have seen that from TYLOO quite a bit, though, and Dan King's been quite good with the rifle. They really favour the mobility of the AKs over having to have an AWP on that T side.
So Dobu takes a bit of early territory. Maybe I think 9 had the better spawn and wanted to take the angle with the AK. As now the AWP has been passed back into the primary AWPer's hands. And he's a very good passive AWPer, and he's going to be tested once again over at the short area.
Again, TYLOO, they're just going for this short play. 4 rounds in a row now, and Tiger, they're playing full retake on that part of the map. Not interested in contesting this short execute. They're going to be tested on their retake once again.
Well, he's tried enough times. Surely it's going to work. I'm not really sure where that HE nade has gone from 9, but either way, there's going to be a few more problems for him as Attacker will dispatch of it nicely. Dobu at least retains control of long. But But the bomb plant goes down, short in control for TYLOO. We've seen this situation before, and now it's a case of trying to hold on against the retake once again.
It's a case of timing as well. Somebody might be cleared out from lower dark if NCL is able to find this pick. You can see that they're just slowly trying to make sure that all these flanks are being covered. And just like that, 2 picks. Once again, it's Dobu just locking down this long area. Time is ticking away though. And Summer out to duel 2 people. Can't win the engagement. It's all down to Slowly right now to try and find these fights. Time is ticking away though. I think maybe Tiger's just taken a little bit too long. They're not getting onto the bomb. And that's it. I mean, NCL's jumped on it, but it's too little too late.
I was just thinking to
Oh,
myself,
dear.
man, this is excellent from Tiger. They're very patient on this retake. They're getting all the frags rather easily, and maybe a little bit too patient, perhaps.
Yeah.
Waited too long to come in for that retake, Jordan.
12-7 then for TYLOO, and a rough one for Tiger to lose because by rights they should have won it. And they even lose a gun because of, I think it was Cabal that was sitting on top of the bomb defuse. Either way, bit of an expensive one in the end, and might just be that one little tipping point that gives TYLOO too much of an advantage here. Tiger were starting to come back into to the swing of things. They have elected to go for a double AWP in this round, Tiger.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a different look for TYLOO. Dan King having a little bit of a look out mid. But we'll fall back now. Again, TYLOO start edging their way towards Catwalk. We've seen this all tournament long on every map. TYLOO constantly just running 1-3-1s, and when we spoke to Jack after their victory against Vici, he was saying they are just working on the fundamentals. They're keeping things super simple.
Very patient round from TYLOO. Once again, just more than willing to let the time tick away to try to unsettle Tiger, as once again, it is going to be the defensive side just playing that retake A position. It's Dobu just holding off in bedroom. The bomb is angled towards short though. It looks like somebody is lining up that pop flash, but Dobu should be close enough to hear it. Out comes the short execute. 30 seconds left. Not going to be a fake. They are going to be committing on the back of this. 9 is going to be watching the corner.
How does the smoke fade? Favorably for Dobu, who nearly gets 2. He got the headshot onto somebody. Luckily for TYLOO, somebody snaps on to his head. 15 seconds. The bomb plant goes down. Again, TYLOO's into the A bomb site. It's really just another case of deja vu, isn't it? Groundhog Day.
And you can see somebody's just all the way back in T-spawn holding it instead. He's holding a really dirty angle, spotting anyone jumping up, but looks like that Tiger actually just going to be completely committing through the CT side. But it might be a bit of a case of they need to start making a move on soon, because time is ticking away, and Slowly's in the perfect angle as well to fight this out.
Oh, he's
Summer as well.
Super solid indeed. Slowly, he's not quite connecting the shots we expected him to, but they've lined up for him and Dan King. And that's 13 on the board for TYLOO. Tiger, it's really starting to slip away from them now.
That's broken their money. Urkast's the only one with any cash left in the bank on 6 grand. Tiger, they're going to have to save before they can potentially try to fight back this, at the moment, 6-round deficit, but it's looking like a 7-round deficit after taking this eco if TYLOO play their cards right. And I dare say, you know, usually we see on Dust2 teams mixing things up, trying to stay one step ahead of the CT side, going for mid to Bs, going for contact plays into the B side, going for those catwalk executes, just going for long control. But TYLOO, it's been literally the same thing every round. They just creep up catwalk, and then they hit A, and Tiger doesn't seem to be able to win a lot of those rounds, unfortunately.
Bit of a different look in this round as somebody's going to be sending it up long, nice and early on. But eventually, maybe just a little bit too over-enthusiastic is going to be picked off. Attacker was also engaging them over at top mid. And so his call might have spotted 1 or 2. It's going to actually force that bomb over to A nice and early on. And as these fights are resolving in the favor of TYLOO, looks like there shouldn't be any upsets here.
Get the sound ready, Jordan. You're the man of the soundboards, right?
What's the sound?
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm getting some Splash Ski vibes.
Nope, that wasn't even close, Kev.
Malta screaming in pain.
Close.
Never mind. Unfortunately, knows whose kill is going to be coming out this
Didn't
time.
happen.
And I think if anybody's screaming in pain at the moment, it's probably Tiger.
Yeah.
They're 7 rounds behind on their map pick. TYLOO just steaming ahead with pretty much the same play every single time.
Yeah, have they even hit B?
No.
I mean, if it's working, just keep going to the same site.
Yes. I mean, I don't have any problems with it. They're winning the grand final of Road to Rio here. Tiger don't seem to be able to find an answer, and their fortunes aren't really getting any better as Cabal cops a shot in the foot. TYLOO, they've been denied this long control. And we all know what that means. They move down lower and start going towards Catwalk once again.
I don't even know if them being denied long control would have meant that they wouldn't have gone to short one more time. So
Here's the difference this time around. You do have Urcast playing towards Goose. And actually, 9 is getting aggressive up on this off angle with the AWP.
That's
a
nice.
nice shot on Dan King.
Yeah, see you later, mate. Slowly's gone down as well. Feels like one too many times TYLOO have put their hand into the cookie jar.
they're finally being punished for it. That's a good thing to see, because Tiger finally are recognizing the fact that, hang on a moment, maybe they're taking short. We need to get a bit aggressive here. Wait until the right time when they have the right people, and they strike. But TYLOO, looking there, they're wanting to double dip right now, Mitch.
I feel like half the cookies are already out of the jar at this point before Tigers even realize, like, oh, they're missing.
So Summer gets team flash, but he still persists forward because he's not scared.
Decent position for Cabal, especially considering he copped a leg shot and he's very low at this point. 9, that is a nice off angle with that AWP. I'm not sure the Molotov smoke is really going to stop him from being able to pick those players crossing mid.
Oh, he spotted out the foot of Summer, but he misses the shot. It's going to be Urcast dropping that. It's going to do the damage.
No
but
way.
somehow they're able to bring this back to a 2-on-2. It's Dobu! Almost cooks that spray. The bomb plant's going to go down an A, but Attacker now in a 1v2.
It's Attacker, and he has been an absolute menace for TYLOO. It's a double peak for Tiger, and Attacker won't land the shots. They will survive for another round. I liked the intent, though, from Attacker, taking the fight to Tiger. It really shouldn't have gotten that close. It's going to do wonders for TYLOO in keeping Tiger's economy low.
Comes down to 2 players surviving. NCL's just going to throw an AWP at Dobu. Here you go, mate.
Have one of those.
Looks pretty unimpressed about it.
NCL wanted the better looking one.
Oh yeah, give me the good skin.
Jokes on NCL. That's going in 9's hand.
Yep.
Unless he decides to hold on to it.
Well, you'd be giving it to him. That was a hell of a shot onto Dan King. But let's face it, boys, we're going to need to be seeing quite a bit more of that from Tiger. And we haven't even seen the adaptation from TYLOO yet. There is actually 2 bomb sites on this map.
No way.
That's right, Jordan. You heard me right.
Is that some kind of like new mechanic in Counter-Strike or something?
I think we're about to find out.
No, they're going back to short. Short control very important right now for TYLOO.
Not like this. No, this is a mid to B. Every day of the week, it's a mid to B.
I think I would agree with Jordan here.
Mid to B smoke does get dropped into CT spawn, and NCL is spotting those players starting to run into the direction of the B bomb site. Dan King, however, has opened it up, and slowly and Summer will follow suit.
There's the adaptation, and that is cooked Tiger. You can see they're trying to save their 2 guns because they don't have any money to be able to recover from this. And this is the problem with falling very, very far behind and trying to chase a deficit on the CT side in the current state of the economy. Incredibly difficult to do. Don't even know if Tiger's going to be able to hold on to these last 2 guns. TYLOO's eager to hunt at this point.
Somebody's going to be dealing out in pit as well. Rest of the boys in TYLOO going to be coming through bedroom as soon as the smoke fades, and you can see that they're dropping a lot of utility to force out this territory, but maybe they've just bought enough time. That molly from Dan King pretty much locks TYLOO away from hunting any further. They're still persisting though.
Why not?
I mean, unfortunately, Dobu dropping that one means he's going to have to go to a much less attractive looking rifle. MP9. Cabal's got a Mag 7. Yeah, I don't think this is happening for Tiger. This has been a very straightforward game from TYLOO. I think it's just been essentially just a case of bigger, faster, stronger this game.
NCL's copped a tag on the cross as well. It's not going to make life too fun at all. By the way, Danking's been finished off, so...
It's the second time that Nine's got the better of the AWP duel.
But, where are we headed, boys?
Not B this time.
Well, aggression from Urcast with 9.
Oi.
It's worked out for them again. Oh, that's big brain from Urcast. Pushes him into the line.
Guess it is indeed going to be B, and right now with that entry from Slowly, Cabal is looking like he's going to have to hit some nice shots with a Mag 7 to hold on to the B site. You love to see it. Cabal spots him through the smoke. Double kill for the Mag 7.
Kevin, what do you have to say about that, mate?
I love it, mate. Especially as the small site player myself. Always loved implementing strats with the Mag 7.
Is that the heat? The Mag 7 heat? It's bringing the heat in that round. I think that's the name of the skin. Pretty sure I had that one back in the day. You know, when I was a professional player myself.
What is that angle coming out from 9?
That's the head stack in middle. You love to see it.
I was always a fan of the Mag 7. I do like watching it. Gone are the days of Cobble, and gone are the days of Summer running up short. Dan King, however, having a better time.
1 for 1 might not be what Tiger was looking for there.
Oh, that's just
slowly.
too good.
Not the first time he's done that on this map, and may not be the last either, as he'll continue to cover the bomb plant. Somebody the one to get the trade in the end, actually, for Dan King, but 2 on 3, and this is Tiger staring down the barrel of a defeat in their choice of map. NCL, he'll fall to somebody, but Cabal's managed to grab Attacker. It's a 1-on-1 for somebody against Cabal.
Oh my goodness, somebody's pushing through the edge of the Molotov to try to get the timing down, but the smokes, flashbangs only for now. Smoke's gonna go down as well. Molotov forces somebody forward, but he finds a shot through the smoke, and that secures map number 1 for TYLOO. 16. Well, we'll be wrapping it up here for series.
Try to keep your head up, 'cause you wanna crush the cause that hurt you back. Falling down, you get back up, 'cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior. Walk through fire, try to keep your eyes closed, 'cause you wanna lie in silver for your own. Don't take liars when they're superimposed, 'cause they wanna raid your dreams when you're alone. Falling down, you get back up, 'cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior.
So it's going to be the point where Tiger have to fight for their survival, otherwise they're going to be hunted into extinction. Here we go into the pistol round. TYLOO, they're going to be on the attacking side.
Indeed, and they're going to start off with a few bits of utility. Anything in the back pocket here, you reckon, Pilski?
Well, if you go and look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, Jordan, I'll tell you for free, they do have some flashes, some smokes.
Wow.
They could use that any which way. You could see Moto and a jungle smoke if they're going to go towards this A-bomb site. You could see CT coffins later on. You could see R-trap smokes. Could be any number of things, really. We'll just have to wait and see. As TYLOO looking like they're setting up toward bracket here. It is a three-man setup over towards this A-bomb site. Nine's got to hold it if it is a jungle wrap.
Double nade for Tiger. It's NCL and Urcast, though, over to the B site that are holding on to that utility. So this is just going to have to be some good old-fashioned aim for Tiger. 9 on the bomb site. He is overrun, and the remaining 2 players now sit in pit. It's a bit of a brawl here, but Tobu will fall, and that is going to be the site taken pretty comfortably by Tiger. These nades, unlikely to help too much.
No, Urcast HE Grenade had a chance at picking off Summer, but he transitions into the correct space at the right time. And now Dan King, of course it's Dan King that's looking to take the opening fights. He knows he's got the numbers advantage, and now he's going to come out swinging, trying to find out the CTs that are trying to exit. And Dan King, it's going to be him picking up the last couple of kills.
They're not even going to let Urcast hang on to that defuse kit. Hack 7 immediately from Cabal.
Oh, you'll have to see it, Kevin.
This is exactly what you've done to them, Kev. They've looked at themselves in the mirror. They've told themselves that they're poggers. And so they've gone straight into the Mag 7 on the force fight.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be PogChamp or a bit more Papega, to be honest. You know, we'll
I'm ready.
see.
I'm ready to see.
In the right position, the Mag 7 can do all the right things in all the right places, so he's taking it right into apartments to get some early control. I love seeing that from the shotgun. There's a lot of different places that you can try to create an advantage from there. I mean, those advantages can be created in the A-bomb site. The B-bomb site's where the action is right now, so...
Do have the flank being held by Summer as well, all the way at the back of second mid with that Mac 10. Oh, Dan King. Too switched on.
NCL's going to have to do it all himself with a CZ, and that's just not going to happen. The Mag 7 won't make a difference this round.
Yeah, I mean, TYLOO with 2 really nice openers. That pistol round, I really like the progression smoke towards the backside of the site, as well as the moto smoke, some nice flashbangs, and they made that one look reasonably easy. And now in the anti-eco, just progressing through Nana. Again, it's the fundamentals from TYLOO. They're not doing anything that is too crazy. They are literally just going together on the T side, taking some map control, using basic pieces of utility, and going into the bomb sites together, and Tiger just don't have an answer for it.
I mean, it's a bit hard to have an answer for it when you just get sprayed through smoke before you can even do anything, so... yeah, I was about to say Summer, probably not worth throwing that Molotov, but it looks like he's going to be thinking about it. Decides, yep, it's not worth it. So, relatively easy anti-eco secured from TYLOO.
I would be worried as well, to be honest. I saw MC, he had a snack pack right under his nose with a double serving of meat. He's clearly bulking. Bulking up for the winter.
Maybe he can get to Elfish Guy's size in the next couple of years. He is hoping. As now it is going to be those saved weapons, looking to try to find an opportunity. But once again, it's TYLOO that are just looking to increase the pressure. Just completely send it over at their opponents. And it's working an absolute charm so far.
Definitely not looking too difficult for TYLOO at the moment, is it? Where is that Mag 7? Still hanging around toward the A-bomb site side of the map. But in library, I'm not sure that's going to work out too well here for TYLOO. For Tiger even. Certainly going to work okay for TYLOO. Cabal is not interested in giving the Mag 7 up for free though. He's going to make TYLOO work for it. And this is going to be a bit of a shocking surprise for them if they keep pushing forward. There's one. Get that stat track working, son. Come on. One more.
No
Never
more.
mind. Look, one, that's worth it.
You're pumping me up, Jordan, and that's what counts,
I
mate.
was trying to pump Cabal up, to be honest.
Well, he doesn't need pumping up, to be honest. He was playing pretty alright on Dust2. I think it's the rest of the lads who need to realise
the
that
mirror.
they are poggers.
Maybe they should invest in the Mag 7s as well.
I don't think that's the answer.
I don't think that's the answer either. As someone
Okay.
who's a Mag 7 main, that's not really... I'm not a meta slave. I like
Imagine
the Mag
this.
7. Yep.
Imagine this. 5 Mag 7s running down mid at you.
No, it's just, that's silly because you just get naded and killed by AK-47s. That's also a bit silly from TYLOO, just assuming that mid's going to be taken for free. 9 is able to finally chip in and do some damage.
You love to see it. I mean, 9, I've only seen him with the AWP maybe 3 or 4 times, but I've seen him get plenty of picks with it. But the problem really has been that even after he's gotten picks, Tiger doesn't necessarily win the round following that.
This is the best chance they have. I mean, look at how much early damage has been done.
But look how many times we have seen a team roll into the B bomb site 4 versus 5 and just hit that sharp entry, and then that's all she wrote.
Yeah, and that's up for TYLOO to do and for Tiger to hold off against, as they do have a few flashbangs. Zercast pushing back and forth between the Molotov, and he's taken a lot of damage nice and early on as NCL's trying to get the spray down through smoke. Not going to happen, so it's going to be a 5-4 retake.
Still workable here for TYLOO. They've got full control of Banana. That's Summer, Slowly that's holding it down with a Mac 10. The rest are going to have to deal with Tiger pushing on in from construction. Well, starts to work his way up Banana as well, but this might be a bit too late from Tiger.
Oh.
Never mind. 9 has just cleaned them all up, and that ended up looking too easy.
And probably the best decision there was Urcast going here, take my rifle instead of using the AWP, and 9's able to clean up, just pushing through at the right time. I mean, we have to say as well, though, Tiger used the utility in the correct positions, and it made their job look so easy on that retake.
They were very patient as well, considering they didn't have a kit. And 5 players surviving in that B bomb site retake, that's excellent for Tiger. Maybe they do have a little bit still left in the tank that we didn't see on Dust2.
Maybe. One small sliver of hope there from Tiger. Another run boost. This time it's for 9 to get across, and he's run straight into the molly, but they spotted him.
Doesn't matter if you've spotted this. This is still such a hard position to flush out as a rifler because, I mean, Summer's actually pushed straight into balcony, and I don't know if the CTs have heard this. This is the perfect counter to this play, but Cabal's there to make sure that everything is secure.
Oh, the rifle, is it covering Summer right now? It is, I think.
Uh-oh.
His view model is different to
There he goes.
what we have on the stream, but he's found it.
Enemy spotted.
Sector clear.
Good start for Tiger once again. They need this round and probably the following if they're going to start to streak away with this CT
look,
side.
look at 9. He's just pushed down through apartments and he takes down slowly. I mean, am I seeing TYLOO play the CT side on Inferno right now? Because that feels very TYLOO-esque, pushing out and trying to find the opening engagements.
Well,
Seen it from a couple teams, right, Jordan?
especially the Mongolians.
Yep.
It was Marzalai and D13 that were the teams to do this against TYLOO, and they did have success with it.
Oh, that's a beautiful flashbang as well. Dan King's still trying to fight it out, but the bomb's been lost, which means that they can rotate everyone across. And Dan King still persisting forward, not going to work out. Nine's going to be thinking, why is Attacker over in Boiler? And Attacker didn't spot the player down at bot mid. It's going to be Cabal.
Tiger wants to hold on to as many guns as they can here. TYLOO definitely can put another bar on the board in the next round. So if Tiger take this next round, then they are well and truly cruising along here on CT Inferno. You're already seeing the green numbers in the bottom left getting higher and higher.
Look at that aggression coming out in that mid round. They already have the numbers advantage and they're just still going forward. And Urcast does really well to hold onto Nana. Sees contact, flashbang comes forward as well. Helps Tiger's job out that little bit more.
I mean, it's Mongolian aggression that, exactly like Jordan said, that's given TYLOO difficulties throughout the road to Rio so far. So we're going to need more of that in the grand final. Honestly, it almost meant that TYLOO didn't make it to this grand final because they almost lost to Marzalay and they did lose to D13. They wouldn't have made it through their group.
Yeah, as unbelievable as that would have been. And I wonder how that would have changed the grand final, you know? Would Vici have been here? Maybe. Would Tiger have even been here in that case? Well, this is where we're at. And it's TYLOO and Tiger in the grand final. Currently, TYLOO up 1-0. And they're going okay right now on the T side of Inferno, but it's nothing special.
This is very risky from Tiger. Pulling 4 forces over here when you don't have banana control, that's a lot of trust on Urcast considering he has no utility whatsoever to hold onto the B bomb site with. That's a big gamble.
Well, they've pretty confidently retook that B bomb site before. So I'd assume that that is the thought process there for Tiger. TYLOO, I mean, Urcast looking sharp there. Not easy to outshoot Attacker.
Wins it with ease, and he's able to not only show his presence at Coffins, he's able to dance around to New Box as well. And now the CT's placing more emphasis to B, as TYLOO are shifting their attention back to the A bomb site. It is going to be that smoke on the cross, and Summer's going to be the first man out, but it looks like Dobu's doing a lot of good work from the balcony position. The 3-man spray down. Well, it was all over as soon as he had the higher ground. TYLOO still tried doing it. They lost their limbs doing so. 3 apiece now.
I think TYLOO mostly on a single save across all of their players, but somebody surviving after time there. You're starting to see a couple different players for Tiger being allowed to warm up into this game. Those kind of confidence frags, when you get a multi-frag that sort of lights you on fire a little bit as a player. Figuratively, of course, Kevin.
I hope not literally. Then it will just be maybe a little too hot to handle. TYLOO are just going to go on the Deagles and a lot of their members. Obviously, somebody had taken that AK forward from the previous round. Now Dan King up aggressive nice and early in apartments as it is going to be smoked off. But TYLOO have actually taken this top mid control relatively easily. They've got top brackets. Losing somebody in that AK over at Nana isn't going to help, as Urcast has the secondary AWP in play right now. Nine's missing a couple of sitters here, but he's got some rifles to back him up. Cabal that's making sure that nothing is going to be too damaging to the CT economy for now.
Well, not a single player's gone down so far for Tiger. This is looking excellent. They've completely turned it around. Double AWP starting to work itself into the half here for Tiger. Is this TYLOO's pick? I mean, we've seen them struggle yesterday against Vici on this map. Haven't really got going here.
0% win rate for TYLOO is starting to feel a little bit too real. I don't know, it's still early days. But that economy is looking pretty scary.
So far, all I'm saying is that Road to Rio is that this map, this is going to be maybe 11-4 or a 12-3 half for Tiger. Then TYLOO are going to bring it back into overtime. That's really just been the tale of all our semifinals and finals so far.
You might be right. Second map does tend to balloon out and then turn into an OT or two.
Maybe it's time for the Tiger comeback story. I mean, already had a handful of Renegades players or ex-Greyhound players be pretty happy today. We're missing one player though from that success.
Out comes the top bracket take as 9 is forced off the angle, tries for the timing shot. There is actually Cabal just stuck here in the corner. Trying to be sneaky beaky like, but as the smoke fades, he actually falls away just at the right time, and the flashbang saves his life as now the pressure is going to be applied from TYLOO, pushing forward and thinking about where they want to go. 40 seconds left. They can split to the B bomb site or they can wrap. This all falls down to the first engagement. No. The bomb's been lost as well. Somebody's going to have to go back and get it. It's actually Summer.
Well, TYLOO seem as though they're going to commit to this fight on the A bomb site. Luckily, Attacker will grab one and another. Wow, Attacker, he just spins around and gets rid of Cabal as well. It is just starting to fall apart, though, for TYLOO as NCL has grabbed himself a couple. It's on to Summer. He's got the bomb plant down, but he's in a 1-on-2.
Pushing forward as well, trying to isolate these duels. Tiger just waiting for this aggression. They're more than happy just to let time tick away a little bit. They've got kits to play with this time. But Urcast shifts off the angle. Looks like
smoke. NCL's got a smoke, so if it comes down to it, the smoke can go onto the bomb.
And Summer's going to come across and find the first engagement. NCL was down low. Urcast has to win this engagement. He's not going to be able to. And that's a critical 1v2 clutch won by Summer in a very messy round. But look at Tiger's economy. They've got so much still to play with.
Yeah, and TYLOO with only one player surviving there. It's going to be quite expensive for them to reinvest in this round. You're going to see probably a lot of pistols and armor or MAC-10s or Galils. Pretty light on utility actually is the problem, particularly for tanking, and slowly they're going to have to get that map control done with only 3 sets of utility. And I mean, what we've been seeing so far from TYLOO, nice leg shot from Danking. I mean, look at the way that they took brackets.
Dobu just fought second mid and just cleaned up slowly because slowly didn't have head armor.
Very nice.
Slowly paying the price for trying to go for firepower over protection.
Gotta protect your little noggin.
Helmet's not going to help tanking there. That's just a bullet straight through the body. As now Tiger, just letting that be a small blip, but it could be a huge play from Attacker. All it takes is just a few critical picks here.
No.
Oh, he's got the pick. He's got the first one. Going to be trying to charge down Urcast. As now Urcast trying to bail away into safety. That's a lot of smokes into CT. As Urcast still able to stay and fight.
Molly goes in, but won't flush Urcast out of his position, and he is just going to stay hiding behind the barrels for as long as he can. Reinforcements are starting to arrive. Somebody does have an AWP in his hands, and Cabal has no fear.
You love to see it for Cabal. He just runs straight through the smoke and gets in his face. And actually, that's a 007 from somebody. Very uncharacteristic performance from the man. He's been pretty cold all throughout Road to Rio, actually. after being one of the strongest players in the region for the longest of times, you're seeing him come into this new edition of TYLOO and really underperform for someone that's, you know, been one of the most dangerous players in the region.
Could be just down to, I guess, positions and roles, because I feel like it's shifted a little bit as well. He's still got a lot of rounds to play with to try to make impact as well, so he's not down and out just yet. There's now TYLOO on the pistols. Are going to be looking to take apartment control. They've got 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs to work with on what looks like it's going to be an apartments bust. That's a huge nade coming forward.
Oh, Tiger's already leaning heavily towards his A side of the map. Urcast has got full information over Banana currently.
Trending back toward the B-bomb site, though, is TYLOO. And so Urcast may find a little rude awakening is ahead for him here.
All it takes is 1 really good shot from the pistol, from the deagle, and that's pretty much it. There it is, slowly gets the entry, and NCL doesn't have an incendiary grenade to slow this down, just has the rifle and needs to fight it out. There goes the smoke from the T side. NCL's done pretty well to put the damage down alongside with 9. But now it's a 4-on-4.
Somebody has finished NCL off into construction. 3-on-4. AWP in hand for 9. He's going to be the one that's starting to work his way forward. Cabal sets up on the line now that it's been cleared by the AWP. But Dobu, long range, wins an aim duel against somebody. That swings it back in the favor now of Tiger, who have the weaponry advantage. Util getting thrown on in, but it's a 3-on-1 for Dobu. And Danking turns around and kills Cabal, and 9 shuts him out of the server. It's 5 apiece for TYLOO, and that's a big round to win.
And that, I have to say, is a huge misplay from Urcast, playing that corner like that with only a single flashbang to work with. He's not jump spotting. He's given up the angle for free. And the reason why you can't do that as the B-side anchor is you're not giving your team enough time to rotate across. Yes, it's a hell of a shot coming in from slowly, but the fact is, Tiger, give them that opportunity, and TYLOO take it with both hands. That's a huge round to pick up.
Tactical timeout from TYLOO, actually. After winning that round, they are well aware that that's taken a huge chunk of money out of Tiger's bank account. Big potential here for them to try to reset. And from what looked like a great start to the CT side of Inferno here for Tiger, is starting to actually slip away from them should they lose this next round. Rip Bob.
He'll be missed. CT stack over to Nana now. As the Tacker was thinking about dropping the smoke grenade, but he knows as it goes past him. And he's been pretty solid so far, actually opening up onto the B-bomb site. Urcast spots him out this time. He's going to fall back and allow NCL to drop the HE grenade.
This is actually going to be a retake setup on Banana from Tiger. Smoke onto the half wall and Molotov on towards barrels. How are TYLOO going to react? They're going to start pushing forward. Attacker just puts out the molly straight away. But falling back, that's a lot of wasted utility and wasted time for TYLOO as Tiger re-establish control of the sandbags area before they fall back to site.
Are you sure about that?
Not for long. Somebody's just gone straight through the smoke.
That's classic.
That's the use. Because he has no fear. He doesn't care if he's 0-0-7. The guy could be 0-15 and he'd do the exact same thing again.
He just walks straight back through it. Full information. The thing is though, TYLOO, there's 40 seconds on the clock here, Kev. They're starting to throw some smokes in towards this A site. But it is actually going to be the play towards B. I think there's no smoke here, so it's got to be a contact walk. But what an opener from Slowly. That's thrown Tiger for a loop.
Yeah, because it just means that, oh my goodness, what's going on? That Molotov actually at the perfect time slows down the push, and now they have to commit through a smoke grenade. Flashbang from it. Urcast allows NCL to peek out. 10 seconds left. They have to pick off Urcast on the bomb site. Oh, but it's a very messy spray so far. 6 seconds. Attacker and Summer need to team up to do this, but no,
he had the
Summer, why did you throw the Molotov?
He must not have thought he had the bomb. I think he thought Attacker had the bomb.
I think he thought he had more time.
Whatever the case, he had the bomb, and TYLOO's lost the round.
Yeah, but they've done a lot of damage to Tiger's money once again. You know, even if they didn't get across the round in that particular one, round number 11, they could do it here in round number 12. And I'd say it could even be a harder reset on Tiger this time around. Maybe even easier to do. You're looking at the FAMAS, the MP9, as opposed to the 4M4s.
Oh, much faster mid-take coming out from the T's this time around, but Dobu looks like he wants to push forward and fight this, but oh my goodness. They're trying to commit through smoke against the AWP of 9. The 9 says 9. No territory for you.
I thought that would have been the Jordan Mays call there, but...
Kev's got a bit of German in him.
Where?
I don't know, you can speak German, so...
Das ist my Hamburg.
I thought you had
That
a
was
kebab, Kevin.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Round slow down though. It's TYLOO. They're just slowly making sure that Tiger don't have any more presence over at this top brackets position before they throw that motor smoke. It is going to be a 2-2 on the sites respectively. They're throwing the jungle progression, but in reality they're going through Diggity. Cabal with the MP9 in hand. Can't really find the first opening shot. It's going to force 9 to push through with the USP, and somebody can't really fight off against 2 different angles. A very clean round coming out from Tiger as they're able to upgrade one of the MP9s into an AK-47 as well. TYLOO back on potentially just a pistols round.
This second shot from 9 was pretty nasty. Nice little quick scope there. Cabal continuing some good form. 9-inch nails. Great reference. Could have tied in a song name there, maybe Tech Sky. Would have made it even better.
Look at this from Dobu. Zero fear.
The 9's got the flashbang.
Bit more like it here, although Danking keeps it a little interesting. Cabal's in trouble as well. The unrelenting spray from the Tech 9, but it's the Deagle here of Danking that it's really putting the work in.
He's got armor as well, boys.
Attacker's got an AK too. Oh dear. This is not the round you want to lose. Tiger was just about to build this half up into something really nice. Be back to square one.
Oh, but the timing could work out for the apartments player here. But no, NCL doesn't look over at Pit at the right time, or Attacker's head was going to be hidden.
Why
and
has he done
King,
this?
who doesn't care about the AWP, he's just going ahead to try to challenge it, but he realizes, okay, better to play the 2-on-1. And Urcast, he's going to try and stick it, but he's going to be challenged from too many different angles. And Dan King is going to be fighting him with the Desert Eagle, not going to work out. Attacker's come out of the pit. And he's got the Tech 9, no time for Urcast to work with. Even if the shots don't connect, it's still going to be everyone falling away at the wayside as TYLOO pick up the 13th round. Unlucky for Tiger.
They're pretty broke. I think highest percentage here. These are not easy shots for Dan King to be hitting with the Deagle, by the way. He's been looking fantastic on it all throughout Road to Rio. I think best approach here for Tiger is exactly what they're doing. Just take a save. Would have liked to see some more pistols upgraded, maybe give themselves a better chance at trying to get themselves around. But regardless, they're going to have to take the save here and try to go for an 8-7 half, boys.
Question for me to you guys is that, was TYLOO struggling more on the T side or the CT side yesterday against Vici Gaming?
Against Vici?
Yep.
They were struggling on the first map, and then that's it. Wasn't really a side thing, if I remember correctly. Do you agree with that, Jordan?
Sounds about right. I'm not usually good at recalling details like that. I'll have a look for you, Kev. Yeah, Inferno was kind of 50-50.
Oh no, this is not 50-50 though. There's a 5-7 in Urcast. Oh, okay, Tan King once again. He's the difference right now for TYLOO, who's able just to clean up so many of these rounds, get these clutch entries working. And now NCL is just going to be walking into his death unless he can find the timing. There's a crossfire set up. TYLOO not going to be upset about losing guns. They've got the round.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty 50-50. They did have that one really good CT side in the second map, but by and large, it was pretty much across both sides that TYLOO was able to get their rounds.
They had a great T side on train, if I remember correctly.
Uh-oh, out comes the mag 7 for Kyle in the final round. No kit. Oh, okay, single kit. That's on the hands of 9 to play with. As it is going to be somebody just sitting over at logs at the moment at Nana, and if he's able to get the entry on these CTs, could be absolutely huge. But Urcast might have an idea. There is one over here in this logs position. Definitely looks like it, but a single flashbang could ruin this.
Yeah, attacker's holding them for him. You're just waiting for somebody to ask for it.
Oh, but he peeks out a little bit too far. It doesn't matter if the flashbang's going to be thrown. It's the Nana control being taken by the CTs, and TYLOO need to respond over on the other side of the map.
Urcast takes the opportunity to push down Banana and get a little more control. Now sitting by logs. Has just decided to back up a little bit, but chucks an incendiary in there for good measure.
TYLOO getting pushed into this A-side play where Tiger already got 4 players waiting for them.
Well, it's a big wall of smokes. 3 of them, in fact, thrown in from TYLOO.
And you can just see the reaction from Dobu.
It's just good enough, yeah. Spam straight on through. And Slowly and Summer are not likely to be able to get too much done. They're completely isolated from the site. It's going to give Tiger an easy rotation in. Now that they've more or less run out of utility, I guess Slowly could throw another molly in, and that might actually end up pushing 2 off of the site. It will, but Summer not going to be able to do too much with it. It is just now Slowly alive, and the CT half ends up being favorable for Tiger. 8-7 at the end of it. It's not enough to show too much confidence, but anything can happen here as we head into the second half.
pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you.
Even Stevens right now between Tiger as well as TYLOO. 8-7 right now. Tiger are fighting for their survival in this jungle of Inferno, but TYLOO, they're the ones now shifting onto that CT side, looking to build up the round count and looking to take this out as a clean 2-0. GG bet odds favouring the Chinese team as well.
Yeah, I mean, TYLOO, I think they looked a little bit better actually on the CT side of Dust2 as well. So this could be a scary time for Tiger, but pistol round will tell us a lot. And going into it, Tiger have elected to pick up a couple of sets of utility.
Maybe losing the first map is exactly what Tiger needed to kick themselves into gear, looking relatively flat on Dust. But now, here on Inferno, starting to get going. A pretty decent CT side for themselves, but they'll need to continue this momentum forward.
I'll take Nana control, but it's important to note that Urcast does have one set of utility and he's all the way over in apartments instead. So no indication just yet of where Tiger do want to commit. They've just shown some presence, made some noise over at Nana, and fallen back. Well, that said, Attacker has spotted out a few people, but he's been dinked out nice and early on.
Some are getting aggressive down middle as well, and NCL cops a bullet to the head. It might be a couple more to follow here. Dobu also down, but Tiger are good for the trades, and TYLOO finding out that this isn't going to work against a team of Tiger's caliber. It's a free A-bomb site.
Just a dive straight down middle. Sometimes it works out, but I mean, USPs against Glocks in ranges like that. Seemed like Tiger, they weren't too thrown off by it. Just enough bodies in the correct parts of the map to be able to respond, and now we're into a 1-on-3. Somebody, I think he's going to have a tough time winning this one. Something tells me that.
I think he's just going to save. He's got a smoke, he's got a kit, might as well keep it into the next round. TYLOO, you can bet that they're going to force up behind that. Maybe we'll see some more Mag 7s, Mitch.
Well, I don't know who would buy it on TYLOO. Maybe Tiger's just going to have to go with the sword off.
No. All right. Look, I'm an advocate for the Mag 7, but the sawn off has no place. Let's be real.
Try telling Cabal that. He seems to love his shotguns.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a sawn off being purchased by him just yet. So, Tiger able to take the pistol round, and it might be a crucial pistol round to separate the difference between both sides. That said, Tiger have struggled actually taking these anti-eco rounds. And TYLOO looked really good at the force buy rounds. That was when they were pushing the agenda, not when they were on the receiving end. So let's see if they're able to make it work out. It is going to be a force up, as predicted.
Danking and Slowly in particular on those Deagles, as well as the other pistols, have been quite annoying for many teams to go up against. And this is Inferno. We've seen CT side forces work out many, many times in different circumstances. Tiger, pretty slow standard default from them, using utility to clean out Banana. Taking carpets as well with some Molotovs and flashes. So it's really up to them. The world is their oyster here. They could go for some bracket control, could just group up towards Banana and hit B. It's really up to them.
Ooh, I like
the
this
nade
HE
stack
nade
on
stack.
CT. That's going to work great against Summer. Look at the airstrike onto the man. That's some tanks action for you guys. You guys have been craving that, right?
Oh, man, all you got to wonder is why wasn't there 3 at the same time? That would have been the end of summer.
He's stunned out for sure right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just had to drop the smoke and bail out. But as TYLOO are shifting over to the A bomb site, that just leaves one man over here. It's going to be Dan King. He's looked great with his Eagle so far, but he peeks in just at the wrong time, unable to connect onto the heads. And this should be another round for Tiger. TYLOO probably just going to be saving once again. Tiger finally hit the double digits. Hard-earned double digits.
Not the worst thing in the world to just save these 4 sets of weaponries and armor. Could definitely win in the next round as well with them. Only thing they really dropped was that Deagle from Dan King, and he's just saving for that AWP for that 4th round bye. No guns being dropped by Tiger though, and I'd say that's a far cry from a difficulty in an anti-eco. They've made that one look pretty cruisy.
It's been a fairly anticlimactic second half so far. But surely this next round has something interesting for us. Dan King probably won't buy into it, but the rest of TYLOO do hang on to that weaponry. It's going to give them something to play with here. I wonder if they throw a curveball at us again. Another push down mid. Tiger will look to build that economy though. 3 MAC-10s, keeping them looking healthy at the moment.
They're looking to do damage on the back of these MAC-10s as well to try to build up that economy, as you were saying, Jordan. Dan King has brought up another Deagle once again, and this time they're just going to leave somebody over here at the B bomb site. The rest of them actually going to be committing to this diggity stack. Molotovs aren't really going to be landing in here just yet. And the longer that somebody holds on to the smoke grenade, the more critical it is. As now Tiger, only one man taking this apartment's position. It's actually going to be the rest of the forces grouping up over into Nana, as the nade stacks have been working out very well for Tiger so far. They've been chunking out these CC defenders before they even been spotted.
There are 4 of them over toward the A bomb site though, so if Tiger do end up falling into that trap, they might find themselves in a spot of bother. Dan King is caught out in no man's land, pushing up in carpets. But a 4 on 5 now, and still somebody just sits in that smoke over on B. I think TYLOO are getting an idea that this is going to end up being an A hit. There's a HE nade in Summer's hand, and that could be really critical in softening some of the targets up. It's 9 and NCL that are down lower now, courtesy of that. And still Tiger do not go. A 1-for-1, but Attacker has an AK now, and that's a dangerous game to play. Summer's still hanging onto the site, and it's a 2-on-2. Somebody wraps around the back. He cleans up 9. But Urcast is good enough to trade on down, and he is going to have to book it back over to B. Summer's already on his way there, though, and I don't think Urcast is going to beat him.
It's all down to the smoke grenade and the timing right now. Urcast, is he going to smoke the cross? He's going to fight it. He's just going to fight it. This might be favorable engagement as well as he flicks onto the head. Huge clutch from Urcast, bailing Tiger out of a very tricky situation. They drop 5 guns. They can reinvest back into this round, but TYLOO, this is finally their full buy coming forward.
Man, it would have been so nice for TYLOO to win that round. It was just the tipping point for Tiger, wasn't it? But they've kept it in the balance. And as you mentioned, TYLOO will have to buy in here, but it's still not that easy for them yet. They've got quite a few rounds to pull back here. And at the moment, Tiger are doing a good job of making it look like we might end up on a 3rd map. Big first gun round, though, for TYLOO, and obviously we have to see them do it cleanly. Keep those guns alive. Tanking starts well. It's Dobu down.
Just goes aggressive on that diggity/boiler angle, very aggressive. And here we saw him doing this on Dust2 on the CT side, carving an advantage for TYLOO. Out comes the mid-round utility as well. TYLOO looking to fight into this Nana position, but Urcast is still holding on. Does have the support of NCL as well, who's ready and able to drop some defensive utility, pushing off the CTs off the angle.
That's great from Tiger to keep him alive and keep some control over towards Banana, but end of the day, there's still 1 man down in this round, and they're going to need to be making something happen soon enough. Nine, he's slipping through towards jungle side. It looks like Attacker is minding Speedway at the moment. Tiger, they need to get a move on. 45 seconds on the clock. They've got to retrieve that bomb as well.
Good thing, though, is that on that A bomb site, there's barely any utility left, only flashbangs, and somebody, he's only got a smoke grenade at the B bomb site. It is going to be the A site hit. Attacker going to be smoked off this. No, actually, not going to be smoked off this angle. It's just a fake out from 9. It's actually going to be the Diggity flashbang to allow the apartments bust, and slowly he's in the position to do damage, but he can't hit the shots, and now Dan King can't really stand under the pressure. Gabal gets team killed, so it's a 3-on-3 as Attacker just comes into the action a little bit too late.
Oh, maybe he's a little bit too soon as well. The rest of TYLOO still on the rotate, but Attacker does keep himself alive for now. These bits of utility getting thrown in by Tiger will slow TYLOO down. Summer, however, hits a headshot onto NCL, which forces him to play more passively. Flashes come out from the site. 2 on the site, 1 in pit. And TYLOO now looking for that retake, but they really do not have much time left to play with. NCL's gone and grabbed 1, and another one as well. It doesn't matter how much HP he's on. Somebody's going to have to leave it. And Tiger pick up a round. It was a streaky one, but it's a round nonetheless.
How have they done it in the 4-on-5 there? Excellent work. That's going to put them up 12-7. TYLOO probably going to have to go pistols and armor here, as they have about 3.5k in the bank, and I think the lackadaisical, cruisy-looking TYLOO we saw on Dust2 is starting to feel a little bit of pressure here from Tiger. They're calling a tactical timeout. Oh,
I don't know about that. I just like to say nice, clean looks. What can you do?
true.
He looks that good, aims that well, clutches that well. We just wish we could be like him. Wouldn't you like to be like that, Mitch? In the grand final of the Road to Rio, a chance to have some own Pilski stickers in the game.
Look, it's a good dream. I probably wouldn't even make it into the groups. I probably wouldn't even be able to qualify. Let's be real.
Would you have a cool looking sticker, like, you know?
You've
or...
seen my my signature. It might have to change now.
Yeah.
I actually didn't think about that. Now I'm quite disappointed. That's actually put a big damper on my day.
Oh!
That hasn't. Never mind. Dan
That
King,
hasn't.
We back.
He always knows how to put a smile on my face.
Just wide peeks out wide with the best position, with the best weapon possible for that situation. Lands the headshot in the AWP of 9.
I actually have this theory that the Scout's the best gun in the game.
Okay. Got any evidence?
Somebody's going a little bit too over-aggressive. That's the B-bomb site lost. 2 smokes into the CT position again. You hate to see it.
All right, here's my evidence. Just wait.
It's coming. Let's see it, Dan King. Got to back your boy Elfish guy. Not too bad. See, a big issue with the Scout, actually, Jordan, if you weren't aware, is that if you shoot someone in the body, they don't actually go down.
Just
straight
aim for the
away.
head, 5 head.
Yeah, just shoot a bit better. That's what I reckon.
You see, Dan King, he did that very well in the first shot, and the second one didn't do it as well. Got punished for it. So, Tiger able to navigate this one. NCL is actually on the ace right now. It's Cabal taking it, so no more aces being added so far. But these last 2 rounds, NCL has just absolutely wiped them. He's had 7 kills in the last 2 rounds. This man was sitting at 4 kills before.
Lovely stuff. 13-7 for Tiger. What are we feeling like, boys? There's got to, if there's any fight in TYLOO, it's got to be this round, and they're going to go straight for a double AWP. I don't think I've seen somebody with a game this slow ever. This is very, very crazy stuff.
He's just getting counted at the moment. He's not finding his mojo right now.
You know what I think, Pilski?
Yes.
I think this map is over, and we might have to pass it on to the 3rd map.
Okay. We'll see. I have to say, it's going to be quite hard for TYLOO to hold on to Banana, where Summer and somebody, unless they're going to start to turn around this individual performance.
Don't worry, Jordan. I noticed what you were trying to do with that one.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's completely gone over my head.
I was just thinking.
It's fine. Mitch is he's terrible at these things, so we just ignore him right now. We won't ignore that though. Somebody
mean,
just gets booked again.
I feel like Tiger's kind of ignoring somebody right now. They're just like, look, get out of the server. You're not even on the same level as us right now. Some up 9 and 12 though. Could come up big here for TYLOO, and he only gets the one. It's a B site taken here by the T side. They've got to go and grab the bomb, so that'll take a bit of time. Kabal, though, has worked himself into the perfect position to deal with slowly. And Attacker in the old 1-on-3. You love it.
Attacker could actually find the timing through here to actually make it work out. The smoke might work for him as well, but he sprays a few bullets, gives away his presence, so he has to back out. That's Tiger securing 14.
How are we feeling about our prediction now, Jordan?
I'm still okay. You know, I'm still kind of got faith in TYLOO on Overpass if it does end up there.
I mean, the game's not over and done just yet. Let's not forget that. How many times have we seen so far that it seems like the scoreline is insurpassable,
But
and all of a sudden...
I'm not really seeing enough on the T side here from TYLOO. You know, in those kinds of instances where you do see the big comeback, it's a big first half from one team or another, and then in this case it would be TYLOO, you know, wins the pistol on CT side and starts to really build up a CT economy and look really good from the outset. But we haven't actually really seen anything from TYLOO on this CT side. If not incorrect, actually, it was 8-7 at the half, and so they haven't even picked up a round. So you can't really, I think, dig deep and say, look, TYLOO might have a chance here when they've not picked up a single round in the second half.
They're going to buy up to avoid match point. It's SMGs across the board with utility. Danking's got himself an ult.
What a relief.
Oh, saved over from the previous round thanks to Attacker. And Attacker's given the extra cash to actually buy an M4 as well. So, look, it is serviceable on utility-wise. Obviously not the full belt as you'd probably hope all the members do have. It's now Danking looking to go to aggressive apartments as 9. He's just going to shoot somebody through smoke. He's just having an absolute shocker. He's been banged out every single time, but now Summer is trying to make a play, but it's still 9 through the edge of the smoke to not only do the damage, but to force the rotation out from TYLOO and maybe put Tiger one round closer into closing this map.
9 is having a fantastic time with the AWP right now on T side, isn't he?
Tiger, they're just waiting for the aggression out of TYLOO. Just waiting for them to make a mistake. Burning more and more utility. They're going to leave Danking all alone on this B side of the map.
Doesn't get pushed for now, so he's still holding the angle. Tiger are going to just see if they can take this top brackets control. They've got top Nana, a very soft top Nana control. Now going to be smoking off that jungle side. And slowly trying to hold closer than MP9 at the moment. He's not really fighting with Attacker. Tiger's kind of caught between two positions. 19 seconds left. Bomb's been spotted going over to Nana. Danking actually in the perfect position to shut this down. The bomb can even get onto the bomb site right now. 9 has to fight this fight. And Danking's just staying hidden. They're charging towards him. That's a great flick from 9. They'll be able to get the bomb plant down as well. 1v2 for Attacker right now as he's trying to shift fast through the construction position. Dobith, though, will be trained on this as 9 has heard this out.
He's come charging into the bomb site, but slowed down significantly. Now knows that he's in a rough spot, and 9 will finish it 21 and 10. What a performance. And keeping Tiger alive in this grand final against TYLOO, no the less. And that is just a fantastic game being played by Tiger. Up 15 and 7 now. And it forces TYLOO back onto a really poor buy for what could potentially be the last round of this map.
He said he's been one of the standouts, Kev. I'm beginning to see why. Phenomenal work on the AWP. Not really a weapon that is always super impactful on the T side of Inferno. But he's posting up on all the right angles. And now it's a double ult from TYLOO. Backs against the wall. A max 7 to slowly. Not a whole lot of utility for TYLOO to be working with. That's a nice start for Danking.
Ooh. Tanks a lot of damage to get out alive, though.
He's saying thanks for that kill.
Slow's in the best position for the Mag 7 at the moment, in my opinion. Very difficult to flush it out. And as he's able to take control there, it means that the CTs over at the B bomb site going to be a bit more relieved. They don't need to shift over and rotate. They can just stand and fight their ground. Is going to be Tiger slowly looking forward to executing on the B bomb site. Out comes the smoke grenades. No defensive utility that's being dropped just yet. Actually, there's a smoke from somebody. There's the Molotov as well. Is he looking to just try to get on top of first box for now? Think he's been spotted out as well. As these smokes are fading, Summer might have a great opportunity to get some of these kills as they're entering in.
Wow, looking for those first entries, but it's Urkas that'll get it. Still, TYLOO just absolutely routed on the B bomb side here. That'll be the end of Inferno. Slowly, an attacker are not going to be able to win a 2-on-4. NCL holds off and deals with attacker. It's just slowly, and he's got a Mag 7 in hand. That's not going to work, and it's going to be 9 to finish things off. Would be fitting for him, having such a great third and final. map between TYLOO and Tiger, and not only that, but the last map here of the Road to Rio in Asia and ANZ. So we're going to make it a good one. It's China up against Mongolia for that first place in Road to Rio.
Starting things off here, TYLOO, like you said, CT side, chosen that after the knife round. You're going to see a quick one up connector here from Tiger, taking some challenges against Slowly, but he has had no problems on the USPs throughout the whole of Road to Rio so far, 3K.
Yep, and Urkast has managed to make his way into the B bomb site, but that said, NCL still needs to rotate forward, and it all comes down to the solo duel right now. Somebody's going to be coming back up into the short position. Urkast is aware of the danger, and it looks like NCL is actually just going to be chilling over on top of T connector.
I think Urkast may even let this player past him, in all honesty. He's just waiting for TYLOO to settle in terms of the rotations, and if he just lets some of the CTs pass and maybe flanks back around towards this A side of the map.
Oh,
How is the attacker ready for that? Please explain.
he's just five-headed his way to potentially a TYLOO victory.
Got a sixth sense.
5 head and a 6 tenths. That's a pretty special human. That's for sure. He's got some crazy aim to back it up.
And NCL surrounded from all sides. I don't see him picking this one up. Just too many people to find. TYLOO, critical pistol round found, because that's the momentum for them as well. They didn't win a round on that CT side of Inferno.
Wow. Of course, Slowly is going to get another 3K with the USP. Remember the first round that we saw him debut for TYLOO, Jordan? He did go massive on the pistol round for TYLOO. And then proceeded to not really do a whole lot throughout the rest of the half. But let's say that he doesn't do that again.
Okay.
And he's going to start fragging here.
You just want to get your prediction correct.
Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, Jordan, now that you've flipped and gone for TYLOO as well, because I can't catch up in predictions anymore.
But I can win.
Either you or Mac's going to win, and that just makes me upset.
That's really cute, guys. I've just been forgotten about. Slowly, they forget about shooting him as well.
USP in hand, and he gets pre-fight around the corner, not prepared for the wrap.
That's big, because Dobu actually gets a kill with the MP9. That's money.
That is money.
Those swings. Wow.
Trying to send someone to the moon.
That's just a physical representation of what we saw happen between map 1 and map 2.
They're still going.
Dobu's got more kills than the MP9. Laser beam gun.
Swing cam.
5650.
That's a lot of money.
He could buy an AWP and go light armor. And maybe like a smoke or a flash. Nope. He's just going to go for the AK. I don't care about the AWP. At least not in this round. And now Dan King has bought an XM. Kevin, what do you think about that?
Interior alligator crocodile right down into connector. That's what I'm hoping for. Because that's actually a very strong weapon, because MC loves this weapon, right? He's following this and he's just like, yeah, perfect. Perfect weapon for the perfect scenario if Tiger do decide to take this control. But it's actually going to be the fight that's happening at long for now, as Urkast needs to back out. Now he loses his buddy. But you can see somebody's also pushing up and finding the timing. This is more reminiscent right now of TYLOO on that CT side of Dust2, just running around and playing havoc, and the XM finds the kill and unders, and this round has just completely gone wrong for Tiger.
Yeah, it's much more reminiscent of the TYLOO that we expect to come into this series and find a victory. Urkast's position, aggressive, but somebody's ready for that challenge. And Dan King finishes off the final one. That's just a clean sweep for TYLOO. 5 guns alive and a massive victory for them in the first gun round of the half.
Upgrading that XM into an AK as well as picking up another AK. TYLOO, exactly like you said, 5 players surviving, 3-0 on overpass here. This is looking absolutely fantastic for them.
Yep, and it's going to force Tiger onto the force pistols for now, as TYLOO just looking to build up the CT side economy. Out comes that aggressive Molotov. We see a lot of these teams actually starting to throw this to take this fountain control, to take this long control nice and early away from the T's, but it looks like Urkast still going to persist through it with a teammate in hand, but Dan King, he has no interest in allowing the T's to settle. He is just picking up the pace right now and still gets that kill through the flashbang. Aggression is the name of the game right now for TYLOO. Doesn't play off for Slowly.
Yeah, maybe a little overconfident pushing down in towards connector when your opponents have Tech 9s, and that's given Cabal access to an AK. Tiger, still no map control for those lads. Dobu's over in towards short B.
Nine's like, do you want to give me a Tech 9 or an AK or something like that? He's only got the Glock right now. Look, AK has just been lost. Attack up and somebody just holding firm, just taking isolated deals. And I think that's the story right now for TYLOO. They're just taking isolated deals and winning it. Doesn't matter where, when, or how.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be pretty scary if you're Tiger, because you're going to start to quickly slip down that slippery slope that is, you know, oh, we've got to stop the aggression. And then, you know, once you sort of force TYLOO to respect you, only then can you start playing your proper T side.
Oh, I mean, Tiger are far from earning any respect so far because they haven't been able to get any entries.
Yep.
Looking pretty lackluster right now on the fragging side. Stan King now has the AWP in hand.
Slow round from Tiger. It is a double connector setup here from TYLOO, slowly and somebody. Looking to hold control over there as Dan King works this A side of the map. Tiger just taking their time of walking through playground. You can tell they're taking a little bit longer than you would usually expect because they're a little worried that they're going to get pushed from long A again. But now, starting to make their way up. It's a smoke in towards bathroom, molly onto divider. And this might be an opportunity here for Tiger. Pinch connector, Cabal waiting for the push, nicely done. Denies somebody any kind of information or kills.
But the critical part is that slowly hasn't been compromised just yet. And if they're able to hold on to this position, well, they're molling in it, so they're suspecting that could be another player down here. So slowly is flushed out. In the meantime, though, Dan King's the only player left on that A bomb site. He's doing a pretty good job holding on as well. Able to pick off Aircast on that party push. So 30 seconds left. It looks like Tiger have to be regrouping to this B bomb site, but there is two people here. Summer and Attacker, and Attacker's been looking very good so far, and they've got an incendiary grenade still. 20 seconds. Tiger's lane is burned down maybe a little bit too far. Out comes the execute, and Attacker's been mollied off by his own teammate. Out comes the attack right now, and Dobu gets the first entry. Attacker's holding firm.
Attacker might not have been the one that they wanted to hold firm if he would have been able to deny the bomb plant. There was something in it for TYLOO, but in the end, it's the first round on the board for Tiger, and they've been working hard to get to that point, but perhaps going to need to continue to put in that hard work because TYLOO will be able to buy into this round.
It's good stuff from Cabal. He's the one who puts Tiger in the pole position to come away with that round. Nice spray transfer on 9, but unnecessary. Could have got it done anyway. However, the big sort of blunder there from TYLOO in that round, you have to say, is not only the aggression in connector, but also just Summer, unfortunately, pegging it a incendiary at the back of Attacker's head. Said he had a bit of a 5 head. Maybe he's going to have to rein it in a bit.
As Attack, spots out Dobu, but somehow Dobu still wins that duel. Oh no, this is going terribly wrong for TYLOO. When they're taking individual duels and winning, it looks good, but when they're not, looks very scrappy and messy. Dobu barely even touched as he's able to take two favorable fights alongside with Cabal. Words are starting to fail me a little bit here, just like TYLOO's CT round in this one.
TYLOO's sort of starting to slip down this slope, unfortunately, of just the aggression continuing. They keep trying to push and keep losing these duels. They haven't lost a single duel there, Tiger. Denying all of that aggression, making it look easy. Just each individual TYLOO player walking into a T crosshair.
Yeah, it's really a round thrown away for TYLOO, isn't it? All the money that they had may as well have been irrelevant because they go into this round now with nothing to their name.
That's really both of the last two CT rounds, you know. It wasn't